guys, I am back with this beauty that I have just finished. This one was fun. I'm calling it the Linen and Lace Journal. It is just covered and stuffed full with all kinds of, excuse me, vintage fabric and lace and chiffon and sari and silk and trims and on and on and on and on I could go. So this journal, it is a hardcover. It is a masonite board, and I have covered it with some vintage linen that I got from an Etsy shop in Italy. And it's just, I'm so happy with the way this turned out. Not quite sure how I'm gonna let it go and put it in the shop. I might put like a $1 million price tag on it just so it just stays in my shop and stays here on my bookshelf. Oh goodness. It is 8 3/4 tall. It is 5 3/4 wide. It is almost 3 inches, 2 3/4 inches thick, and it has 7 signatures with, 1 minute, let me math and I can tell you approximately the pages. It's got about 150 pages in it, give or take. So here on the front cover, excuse me, lift these up out of the way so you can see here. So there's this beautiful lace and it goes all the way around the front and the back, top and bottom. And then in the middle here, you can see that beautiful vintage fabric underneath. All right, there is some off-white chiffon and then a beige and a cream chiffon, and that's hanging on both sides. And then this looks like sari, but it's actually also another chiffon hanging there. Then there's this little bit of bling, and it's glued down right here under this little plate so it stays put. And then it also hangs this way, and it's just got, you see how it's blingy? Blingy, blingy. So that's just hanging off the side. And here's the other side of all the ribbons and bows. All right, and let's go to the spine. So right underneath the fabric on each edge of the spine, I have this really pretty beige eyelash trim, and I just thought that was neat how it poked out on either side. Let me hold that up. And then I put a little tag under there that says vintage. And here's the back, and I just put a little chiffon bow on the back because it, you know, you can lay it on its back and it's okay if it gets smashed. It pops right back up. And let me give you a peek of the top. There's the top. Here's the side. There's a double chiffon closure on the side. And there's the bottom. All right, so let's get inside. And this journal will be going in the Etsy shop this evening. So today is Sunday, the 28th of July, and I will put this up at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Make sure I'm in frame here for you guys. All right, so inside the front, there is a very vintage postcard from 1903, and I'm just gonna stick my fingers in here. So I've sewn this vintage lace around the edge, but I left the bottom undone so you could, I don't know, if you wanted to put anything in there. There's a little Tim Holtz number plate there, and a tiny itty bitty rusty safety pin. And I've sewn zigzag stitched around the edge of that. And there you can see the textile a little bit. And tucked inside, there are 2 real vintage receipts. This one is from 1878. And then this one is from 1879. I love the handwriting. And that one's front and back. Alright, so those are tucked in there. Now, what's different about the way I put this journal together is the textile that's on the inside, the fabric. It is one solid piece throughout the whole journal. I have sewn, let me get in between a couple signatures here. I've sewn the signatures right into that fabric, so there's no break in the, it's just all one piece. So that's kind of fun. And there's a little bit of some vintage trim here. This, I didn't really intend on making this journal. It was just kind of a, oh, let's give this a try. So there's not really a theme. It's pretty organic or eclectic, as some like to call it. All right. So we'll just, excuse me 1 minute. We'll just flip through here. I took the corner of a vintage hanky that I had and folded it in half and made a triangle pocket here and put this beautiful dragonfly on there, and that's sewn on. Here's a little Dutch girl vintage postcard and a bank deposit slip. And like I said, this is just full of all things vintage, linen lace, grungy paper. This is some onion skin. This is a page out of a very, very old ledger that I have. I put a burgundy belly band here, and there's a check and a deposit slip tucked in there. Here's the other side of that ledger. I couldn't bear myself to cut that off, beautiful grunginess off, so I just made it a little flip. 1 minute, I need some water. And there's the other side of the onion skin. This is a piece of the, excuse me, same textile that's on the inside and outside cover with a little Tim Holtz pin. There's some more beautiful digital paper. There's some of that ribbon trim on there. This is a piece of an old ledger, and this is some of that chiffon ribbon. And there's some ice coupons and a cutoff from the Sadler's Geography book page in there. Just thought I'd tuck in some fun things that you guys could use for collaging. So I did this tea stain paper. It's been raining here in Florida, so I haven't been able to get outside to do paper, so I did some in the oven, and I've got one of those cookie sheets that has ridges on it, so I thought that turned out kind of neat. And this is a piece of old, real thin, like notebook paper that I printed on. And here's another pocket with some more textile, a little piece of that burgundy ribbon and some lace. And there's a vintage railroad luggage tag and a library catalog card tucked in there. There's the other side of that page. There's just a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera there. The other side of that ledger. There's some parchment with a flower sticker. Here's another pocket that I have used Tim Holtz tissue paper and some lace and some more of that chiffon. And this is just a vintage envelope. There's nothing in it. And a little jukebox card. Lenny D. And there's just some more bits of lace and ribbon. Here's another bit, and this one has a ball pin with a key hanging over the edge of the book there. Some more tea stain paper. There's another bit of that same cover fabric. There's a little ball pin here that has a little key and a little flower hanging off of it. Some more tea stains. There's a little bit of that trim with some more vintage fabric. Some more ledger, a little bit more collaging on this parchment paper, the Western Union with some more chiffon ribbon. This pocket, this lace right here, I just left it as a band so you could tuck into it, and then the lace underneath is another pocket. And there's a check from 1939 and a little piece of ledger in tea stain. There's some lace sewn on this short page. And there is some more of the just yummy fabrics and trims there. Another one of the flower stickers. It's a pretty prima flower on that page. Here's another ledger with a tuck with a vintage button and chiffon. And then I just tucked in this printout I have of this eclectic primer. Thought it would be fun. You could make a little notebook out of it or something. Or some tuck spots, or the other side of that ledger. Little Tim Holtz eye chart. Here's another piece of some vintage trim on that page. This is some deli paper. Some more chiffon. I like that word, chiffon. Here is a book page. Some more tea stain. There's a little bit of a teeny tiny tag and a brad collage there. I tried to leave it semi-naked. Here's the other side of that book page. There's a bunch of collaging here on this page, all kinds of goodies. Some more lace sewn on there. That one flips up. This is from a vintage railroad book that I have. This is, I don't know how well that's gonna come across on the camera. It's a glassine bag that I've embossed. And then there's a big rosette on it and a quote. And then I'm not gonna pull these out, but there's a bit of some lace and some Tim Holtz fabric tucked in there for collaging. Some ledger, some more lace on there. There's a little flower, and that's I was trying to use every bit of that fabric from the cover, so there's a little bow made out of it. On the other side of the railroad page. This is just a little file folder clipped on there. And here's the back, and this is a piano roll pocket, and it's just got some bits glued on. This little tag is just hanging on there. That came from my friend Pam. Thank you, Pam. And there's a couple tags in here and some little bits of ephemera. And then I put my stamp up in the corner that says handcrafted by Johnny, 2019, Junk Journal Shop, certified one of a kind. So there it is, you guys. And honestly, I think I'm just over the moon, and I am gonna make a lot more of these in the near future. I might even, I've got a friend that needs a baby gift, so I'm thinking something like this, and it's a girl, so I'm thinking something like this would make a beautiful baby book, right? So there it is. It will go in the shop, like I said, this evening, Sunday, July 28th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I will put this video up shortly, and then a little bit later on this afternoon, I'm going to be going live to do a bunch of giveaways, and one of the things I'm giving away is this piano roll, mini piano roll journal. So that's fun. And if you guys haven't seen or heard about the piano roll journal class that I've done, if you go back one and two videos, you can find out all about where the class is, and yeah, where you can take the class. I do offer an extra kit for the class in my Etsy shop, but you don't really need that if you purchase a class and look at the materials list. Then if there's things that you need, well, I can help you find them, or you might be able to find some of them in my shop. So yeah, but we'll go over that more in today's live video, and I think that will be, it'll probably be around 2 p.m. Eastern that I'm gonna go live today. So thanks for watching, you guys, and thank you for all your support. I am getting close to my 1,000 subscribers, and that's exciting. I do sometimes have a little bit of trouble videoing with my webcam. I can't get a clear picture. So I'm super excited that once I do hit that 1,000 subscribers, I can just go live with my cell phone camera. That's what I use to make most of my videos. And I will start doing a weekly craft with me tutorial. I've really wanted to do those. I just get super frustrated with that darn webcam. And if you guys can't see what I'm doing, then I don't think I would be much service to you. So yeah, so super excited. So I think about 94 people away from that 1,000. So bring your friends, bring your family. Let's get to 1,000 so we can start having a weekly craft with me. All right, you guys, thank you again for all your support and watching. I hope everybody has a great afternoon, and I will see you guys live in a couple hours. Bye, you guys.